We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with a major update regarding Becky Lynch's status with WWE, as Becky has provided some clarity regarding her future in wrestling and, more specifically, WWE. As many of you are likely aware, Becky Lynch has been gone from WWE since the May 27th episode of Monday Night Raw, where Becky unsuccessfully challenged for the Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan in their rematch from King and Queen of the Ring, which saw Liv win the title from Becky. And since then, Becky Lynch's contract with WWE had expired, and she had not signed a new deal with the company, which led some fans to speculate if Becky could have potentially been planning to make a move to another wrestling company like AEW, or perhaps retire from the business altogether and focus on her family. These rumors of Becky Lynch's retirement especially picked up steam when Liv Morgan basically said on television that she had retired the man Becky Lynch. However, Becky has shut down these retirement rumors because recently during her panel at the Vulture Festival, Becky cleared everything up and said that she wasn't going to go out and retire after Dominik Mysterio slammed that steel cage door into her face during her rematch with Liv Morgan in her last WWE appearance that ultimately resulted in her losing the match, with Becky revealing, quote, "If you think I'm going to go out with Dominik slamming a cage door in my face, that's definitely not going to happen." With that said, Becky would reportedly further clarify that she's got a lot going on right now and is happy with what she's currently doing outside of the ring, so it's unlikely we'll see Becky Lynch back in WWE by the end of the year, and in all honesty, a return sometime next year seems more likely for big-time Bex. Now, the Judgment Day faction has slowly been crumbling in recent weeks, with there certainly being a lot of tension between the leader Finn Balor and Dominik Mysterio, and a lot of fans feel it's only a matter of time before the Judgment Day truly implodes, and a few of the current members are unceremoniously removed and kicked out of the faction. And a recent cryptic Instagram post by Finn has only added fuel to that speculation of some current Judgment Day members being kicked out. Prior to Raw last night, Finn posted a photo to his Instagram with the caption reading, "The Judgment Day." And what was very interesting to fans is that only Finn, JD McDonough, and Carlito were featured in this photo, with JD McDonough commenting on the photo with a cryptic "It's" reply. This could be a subtle signal that Finn Balor plans to kick Dominik Mysterio, the Women's World Champ Liv Morgan, along with Raquel Rodriguez out of the Judgment Day in the very near future. And with the tension that there's been recently in the faction, this wouldn't surprise us one bit if the Judgment Day soon becomes a three-man stable with Carlito, JD, and Finn. Now, the OG Bloodline are starting to panic a bit as Survivor Series War Games is literally next Saturday, and they still haven't been able to find a suitable superstar to be the fifth member of their faction for the clash with the new Bloodline, who recently recruited the monstrous Bronson Reed. The OG Bloodline have tried time and time again to recruit Seth Rollins for their team, but Seth has refused every time he's been asked so far, with Rollins making it clear last night that while he would have no problem standing with Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso, Seth simply refuses to stand alongside his former Shield brother, Roman Reigns. Seth stated that he would take care of Bronson Reed in the main event of the show, but things certainly didn't play out the way Rollins had envisioned. Not only did Seth Rollins lose the match to Bronson Reed, but the loss was caused by Bronson's new friends and allies, Solo Sikoa, and the rest of the new Bloodline. While nothing is official yet, we believe it's safe to say that Seth Rollins will end up joining the OG Bloodline for Survivor Series War Games after what transpired on Raw last night. And while Rollins may find it hard to work with Roman Reigns again, we believe Seth will push through his personal issues and find enough common ground to join the team to hopefully take out the new Bloodline and Bronson Reed. Now, we had touched on the fact earlier in the video that the Judgment Day could soon become a three-superstar stable featuring Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Carlito. After Liv Morgan, Dominik Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez are kicked out of the group, and while Carlito's been getting a lot of spotlight in the Judgment Day recently, with that only to get even more pronounced if the faction consists of only 3 wrestlers, a former WWE employee who spent 30 years in the company by the name of Tommy Carlucci recently revealed on the Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word podcast with Jonathan Coachman that he feels Triple H's regime have treated Carlito like a jokester and that he should be the one as tag team champions with Finn Balor, revealing, quote, "You know, I really like Carlito. I know you do. I really think Carlito is a bigger superstar than JD McDonough. I swear to God." I mean, he's been around a million years. They don't give him the rub though, coach. They treat him like he's a jokester or something. I'd rather see him be a tag team champ with Finn Balor. He'd be more entertaining than JD McDonough would be any day of the week. But that's not gonna happen. Maybe they see something in JD that I'm not seeing. Let us know if you guys feel Carlito has been poorly booked recently in WWE and should be given better treatment than the jokester role he's been given in the Judgment Day, or do you feel like Carlito's role suits him well at this later stage of his wrestling career? Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio shared some truly heartbreaking news following Raw last night, with Mysterio sadly revealing that his father, Roberto Gutierrez Sr., had passed away 2 days ago at the age of 76, with Rey posting an emotional message for his late father, quote, "Father, thank you for giving me the life I have. You did more than set the example of how to love and maintain a strong marriage. And father 4 boys, you were the example and passed every single time until your death with flying colors. Excellent husband, loving father, beautiful grandfather, incredible son and brother, and amazing father-in-law. You checked every box on the list and can honestly say my majority traits I picked up from you. You fought until the very last minute, and know that your biggest fear was leaving mom behind, but I can assure you that she will not be alone, and we will always look out for her. You are with God now and smiling from the heavens while we continue with the real struggle of life until we see again. You will never be forgotten and will always be loved. Rest in peace, Pops. Love you always." Now we send our thoughts and prayers to the entire Mysterio family during this truly sad time, and Rey Mysterio showed a lot of strength to go out there and perform on Raw last night, despite just losing his dad the day before. Now, the New Day's storyline twist of Xavier Woods turning on the group certainly hasn't went as WWE originally planned, as Triple H obviously originally planned for Xavier to have turned on the New Day when former WWE wrestler Odyssey Jones was still a part of the story, but Odyssey's sudden release caused not only WWE, but Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods to pivot the storyline and try to keep things moving forward, with Kofi Kingston finally breaking his silence on Odyssey Jones's sudden release and removal from WWE in a recent interview with the New York Post, revealing, quote, "One of the main lessons that I've learned is that you never know what tomorrow is going to bring with WWE. You always have to be ready to adjust at the drop of a hat. There have been times where we have known what's going to happen at a Monday Night Raw for weeks, and we work towards that, and then we get into the building, and then all of a sudden, we're doing the exact opposite. It's your ability to adjust and roll with the punches that pulls you up. Nothing ever goes as planned." So all that to say, once Odyssey was out of the mix, we just had to figure out a way to pivot and keep the story going and keep on moving forward, because as they say, the show must go on. You figure out the best ways to adjust.